This is a video on setting up shipping rates in the ArtSites project, which uses Drupal Commerce. So if you're interested in shipping rates in Drupal Commerce or ArtSites, that's where we are at right now. So what I've got here is I've got my shopping cart installed, my e-commerce cart installed. I'm selling art prints and art paintings, but this will work for whatever you're selling. And what I've got is I'm using regular expressions in the shipping methods to create different available shipping rates based on the customer shipping address, right? So that's what these different shipping methods do, is they allow you to set up an available shipping rate. So as a customer's checking out, what rates are going to be available to them. And for my scenario, I'm going to have it be dependent upon the weight of the order and also their shipping address, right? I want to charge more. I'm on the West Coast, so I want to charge more to customers on the East Coast and a little more a little bit less to people on the Midwest, and then the lowest rate will be people on the West Coast. I'm assuming that that's how the shipping rates are, going to work out when I actually go to ship something. So this is not doing a lookup to the Postal Service or anything like that. I'm just using logic based on their zip code to set up different prices. That's all we're doing here. And so we set these different methods and it'll appear. So let me show you first of all how this works. So for example, I'm in a checkout here. I'm going to order something, and this is a product that's under 10 pounds. It's $9.99. So I'm just making up some information here. So if I were to ship to Seattle, Washington, I've got a 98039 address, and you can see that the only shipping method that comes up that's available to me is this $8 under shipping. But if I were to switch this to something in New York, what's a New York City zip code? Okay, so 10001. You can tell how familiar I am with the East Coast. Where are we? Okay. So let's put something in here and pretend we're going to New York City. And this is going to be in New York. And that would be a valid shipping zip code. I'll recalculate. You can see it sees now that I'm going to the East Coast, and so it increases my rate. Right, so how am I doing that? I'm not seeing any other options. Another cool thing that mine does is, let's say someone in my city wants to, or my county, wants to buy something. I'm actually not going to charge them any shipping. So if they're in 98604, for example, they have no shipping charge, right? And I get a little note here: local addresses are pickup only. Okay, so that's what you can do with Drupal Commerce with these shipping methods. So how did I set that up? So let's take a look at this East Coast flat rate one. So you're giving each shipping method, you're giving it a name. The customer never sees this name. This is just for your own reference, so you can tell what you're doing. This is the label that the customer sees when they're checking out. Okay, and you can also give a little comment here. That's where I had this little local addresses are pickup only. You can drop that in there and it'll give them a little description of the rate. Okay, so this one is East Coast, and what I'm looking at is under the conditions, the customer, and I've checked the box for shipping address. Okay, and I want this to be this method is only going to apply for United States. So you notice I don't actually have anything for international. So if a customer does not have, if they type in an address and no shipping methods show up here, there's no available shipping methods that will relate or that will satisfy their criteria, they will not be able to check out. So they just can't purchase it. So you might put a note in here somewhere that says, for mine, I'm not going to have international shipping, so I just don't want to be able to let them check out because I don't want to deal with it. So I'm not going to ship to Japan or something. So that's what I'm doing there. If there's no shipping method for them, they will not be able to check out. So that's why, even on a local address, I don't want to charge them shipping, but they still need a shipping method. Otherwise, they won't be able to check out. They won't be able to go to this review page. So back to this. So this is only going to the United States. I'm limiting this to the East Coast. So East Coast addresses, the zip codes all start with 0, start with 1 or 2 or 3. So that's what this is called a regular expression in programming. And this note here says that I can use regular expressions in this field, which is great. So I don't have to type in a million addresses, a million zip codes in here. I can just say this is going to be working for any zip code that starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. They can only use numbers in this field, which is 0 through 9. So that's what that's specifying. That's all you have to do. You just have to make sure you type this in exactly with the forward slash, the parentheses, the little caret, the vertical pipes. All that's got to be exact, or it won't work. Okay. So that's it. For it's looking again at the customer shipping address. I also think I've got. Let's see. Don't I have weight in here somewhere? Order products. I thought I had weight in here someplace. Oh, there's shipment. So I've also got shipment. It's restricted by shipment weight. So just the overall shipment weight, and that's what I've got, greater than 10. So I've got the customer restricted and the shipment restricted. You could obviously add other criteria and restrictions in here if you wanted to. But so that's what that one is. And then Midwest is similar. Just looking at that, it's the same thing, a different rate for zip codes that start with 567. That's the Midwest. And I just looked up a zip code map on Google to find out. I don't know all the zip codes, but so that's how I'm doing that, and it works out really well. So my no shipping in Clark County, that one I have, like I said, I've got a note there. The rate is 0. I'm looking at the shipping address, and I just plugged in my specific county zip codes. So those are the ones where if they live in this zip code, or if they're shipping to the zip code, they don't get charged, because in reality, I'm not going to ship it. They're going to have to come pick it up. So anyway, yeah, that's how that works. I think it's pretty cool. So hopefully that helps you.